said. So one thing is sacrosanct here. Lady Bolanle has spoken a whole lot about the elections, about the rigging, about the electoral malpractice, the judicial corruption, and a whole lot. But then, in all this, we need to establish one fact, that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu does not represent most of us. The problem now is that it's not even about what has played out, it's about our reputation out there. I was speaking with a friend and I said, if you see a Nigerian professor with our green passport, and probably a cleaner from the United States with the blue passport or the red passport, I don't know which is which now, you will see that the cleaner from the United States is giving more honor, is giving more respect over a professor with a green passport. And it's no fault of his, it's just how bad our country, the image of our country has been painted out there. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not our president. And I want to appeal to everyone, to the world at large, not to judge Nigerians by what is being portrayed out there. He didn't win the election. Nigerians didn't vote for him. He was only imposed on us by INEC and the institutions out there. So he cannot represent the over 200 million Nigeria, both resident in Nigeria and in diaspora and across the globe. We have wonderful Nigerians across various institutions in the world doing wonderfully well, and we cannot be represented by a rogue. We say no to that. We didn't vote him in. And just to add more flavor to this, we need to state it here that most of our people back home are gagged. Over 70% of Nigerians wants to go out there to make their voices heard, but they are gagged. They are being intimidated by the institution. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu have already established a full state capture. He has the military on his side, he has the judiciary on his side, he has the executive, he has established a full state capture, and no one can do anything anymore in Nigeria. It's as bad as that. And people are so scared to come out there. There is hunger in the land already. The economy is dwindling. So people are so scared to come out there and make some noise. They don't know what's going to happen. Last year, or was it some years ago, 2 years ago to be precise, some people went out there to protest against, some bad practices by the police force called SARS. 2 years ago, called SARS. And they were killed, they were shot at by the military and the police. Such atrocity. Such terrible things that happen in Nigeria. And we are saying enough is enough. We can't remain gagged. And if they think they will keep our people gagged back to them, we are more than determined. We are more than determined. Whatever it will take, we are gonna keep protesting for them across the globe. In Canada, in the US, in Australia, in Germany, in the UK. We are going to continue protesting for as long as our strength can carry us. But want to make it clear and establish that fact that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a rogue.
Yes.
He doesn't qualify, just like someone said. I wouldn't maybe take him so low as a cleaner, but he doesn't even qualify to be a secretary because he doesn't have the necessary requirements. Everything he has in the UK, everything he has is fraudulent, from his name to his certificate to most other things. We don't know who he is. And we cannot continue this way in Nigeria. Things are going back. Nigeria is so blessed. We are blessed with the best of things. Human resources, natural resources, determined men and ladies, industrious human beings, very gallant human beings. Anything you can think of, we have it in Nigeria. Look at our people, look at the wonderful, if you come to music, we are overtaking everywhere. We have the wonderful Wizkid, Bonabo. We are all doing well across the globe. We have other representatives, we have the doctors, the teachers, we have the lawyers, we have people doing very well in their respective fields in the UK. And you all know this. BBC knows this. BBC knows that Nigerians are industrious people. BBC knows that Nigerians cannot, in their best interest, elect a rogue as a president. And what they do is to go out there on the news to support him, to say that his certificate is real. We do not expect this from the BBC. Look at the Prime Minister of the UK. The Prime Minister of the UK is a perfect gentleman. Look at the previous leaders of the UK. Well-learned individuals. People that you can put out there. People that you can be proud of. And what do? They support such atrocities in Nigeria where fraud and every other thing goes on. Probably because they want a puppet. I think that's the only thing that explains it. They want someone that can control. I would say that nothing would happen. It's high time we start saying these things. It's high time we start. BBC knows that Tinubu forged a certificate in Chicago State University. I do not know who he is. I do not know who went on air to say that the certificate is real. But we challenge them any day, anytime to call us to BBC to discuss these things, and I will leave it at that. But what we are saying here is that Nigeria doesn't have a truly democratic president. we are still in an autocratic setting.
Yes.
We need to establish that fact here, and everybody needs to know that. I will stop it here. Probably some other day we'll talk more about these things, probably on the studio, probably some other protest, but I know that this is the start of something great. This is the start of something great, and I believe that with time, in no distant time, Nigeria will be fully liberated and totally liberated, and all our enemies will be put to shame just very soon. Thank you, and God bless you.